Yeah, me too, some. I just figured I'd
Well,
put it
yeah,
all on
I
there.
just wanted the financial. It looks like it's updating the software.
Just looks busy. Yeah, I didn't see it, that's what I was wondering.
It's got 5 minutes.
Where somebody goes.
You can just open it up. It's just stuff running in the background because you just turned it on.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, look at that sheet you put on back, that's nice. Keep them. Probably not.
Only 5 minutes. Sorry. Oh,
Did they offer it to you, so you can bring it through back, can you bring your true back, can you try your money? Or you're more likely to just say no.
did you bring your sign back? Oh, did you take it?
It's not in my hands down there.
You know, I just saw you walk
I
in
didn't,
there.
I didn't get my deposit back,
Oh, I
I got
wonder
proof, so
where-
I'm good with that. So,
I saw you.
you'll be okay. But no, anything, they haven't got a schedule in there established, it's a month and a half out, at least so they can get things, because they didn't have anything in the barrel, and they didn't know what was gonna happen. But like I said, you guys are more than welcome to come in. Twice, and went through some of the
I'd like to
portions.
call the meeting of the Huntington Township Board of Supervisors to order and ask if you'll join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I ask if you'd join me in a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Public comment on agenda items. I ask that you would give your name and address. Are there any? Seeing none, we'll move on to the minutes of the February 12th meeting. I hear a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve the bill list for February?
We've all looked at it. I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Financial report as of today has been circulated. I will make a motion that we approve the financial report. Is there a second?
I will second.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
Excuse
Motion
me,
carries.
question? Would you be able to read those figures, please, for people that are at home and who don't see that board?
No.
Okay, thank you
You're welcome.
for your lack of transparency.
Roadmaster's report?
We did some we had winter maintenance this past month. Also, we started, sweeping and blowing off intersections, to get rid of the inner skid. And I would like to have approval to rent a crack sealer. The material and the machine would be $6,600.
I will make a motion that we allow this roadmaster to rent a crack sealing machine for $6,600.
Well, first, you'd have to make a motion to amend the agenda to add that, and then,
Like it's-
or is it on there already?
It's on there. It's,
It's on the back,
yeah, it's on
next page.
it's advertising. Number 3,
No,
so kind of not
but he
there
said
yet.
crack sealing
Yeah,
not
same.
tar chip.
Yeah, tar and chip is the difference in our crack sealer.
Okay.
Just say it's the same.
I will make a motion then that we amend the agenda to add the renting of a crack sealer for the roadmaster. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved in second. And I will also make the motion to rent the crack sealer for $6,600. Is there a second?
I have a question, and since it wasn't on the agenda, I guess I can comment.
Yes,
What's the matter with the crack sealer we have?
I have no idea.
Well, we have a crack sealer because I bought it.
Yeah, that's one that you push around. This one is a complete unit with the air compressor and everything, blows cracks out. And we will do approximately 4,400 ton, or 4,400 pounds of crack sealer to apply to seal major cracks in some of these roads that opened up that we had tar and chip a couple years ago.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Is
Excuse me?
supervisor's report?
Excuse me? I realize that under the Sunshine Act that you can make, amend it for something minor. $6,600 is not a de minimis amount. Okay, so I object to this.
Solicitor?
They recently repealed the Commonwealth Court case. It allows the amendments to the agenda. It's not just for de minimis exceptions.
Oh, really? So why wasn't it on the agenda? Are you gonna say he just made this up now, like you did the last time? Is that what you're saying? I mean, he knows ahead of time what he's gonna ask for. Why isn't this on the agenda?
That's a question that I don't think needs to be answered.
Okay.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Supervisor
I don't think
report.
that needs to be answered. You can move on.
You know, you're an obstructionist to transparency. It's a disgrace that you're an attorney.
Anybody have anything?
No, I have nothing.
Okay. Zoning officers report?
3 building permits were issued in February. Those are listed on one of the lists that you have there. There's also the inspection report and the active permits report from NDIA. We have one plan being reviewed currently. That's the Townsend one-lot subdivision. SQMA has applied for a special exception for a motorized sports facility at 821 South Ridge Road. We had our hearing last night, and the zoning hearing board approved their special exception.
Do we have to take any action on that?
Nope, I was just letting you know.
Okay, thank you very much.
I have a question on that. I've been checking the website to see when this hearing, where did that appear on the website? The zoning hearing notice?
It was in the paper and it was at the top of the hill in my driveway, like they publicized it.
It's supposed to also be on the website. So it was not on the website, correct?
I don't
Correct.
know.
The zoning hearing board solicitor advertises for the zoning hearing board.
Correct. But you have a website. I would like to have attended as a resident and to record it. But this is what I mean, this is sheer. I don't know what's happened the past couple months, but there's even less transparency than there was.
It was advertised according to law, from my understanding.
We have a fire company report here from Heidelberg for their calls. And I see somebody from York Springs in the back. Do you have a report? No report from York Springs? Thank you.
Was there any fires?
I assume there were fires. I don't know.
Okay.
It's one
That's just one.
minute. You can look at the report.
Narema report, Narema met last week. They are still working on the finalizing the emergency truck. And they have a EMS process for 2026 that we need to vote on. We have not had time to do that, so that will be tabled to next meeting.
Paul,
Question.
just an update on the NREMA truck. We, on behalf of the Salisbury Hughes, on behalf of the 4, now 5 municipalities in NREMA that we represent, prepared a new agreement to be entered into as an intermunicipal agreement. I had sent it to Mr. Smith a while ago. We hadn't heard back, but I forwarded it, and Dominic Engelbert from Butler Township is going to take and talk to the 2 people at Franklin Township that are, I guess, the chair and vice chair of
Yes.
the board. And he's hoping that we can get it resolved at is it June 10th? The
Yes.
next meeting, I believe. So hopefully we'll have that figured out by then.
So we do not even need to decide on the old one because there's a new one being presented.
Correct.
All right, thank you for that.
I have a question about Narima. At the meeting that I attended and reported, you indicated, Mr. Geis, that you were concerned and you questioned why each of the 7 municipalities have to purchase their own insurance for the truck. Has anybody investigated how much that will be at cost to the Huntington Township taxpayers?
No, because he just said that that MOU is not valid anymore. We were looking at a new MOU, so that whole discussion is null and void.
So that provision will be taken out of the,
I do not know what the new one is.
okay, all right. And what about the fit-out cost? They never talk about what's going to happen or the cost that they estimate for the fit-out of that truck.
That was brought up early on. I do not know what that figure was, but there was a figure
Mhm.
for each municipality to start up and then on a yearly basis.
Okay.
New business, permit cancellation and refund policy. Todd, do you want to speak on that?
Just a little, the SQMA who filed their application, had previously, through Mr. Leach, filed for a zoning hearing under a different provision of the zoning ordinance. And prior to the hearing being held, they withdrew their application, so there was no hearing, there was no stenographer cost and stuff like that.
But it was advertised, so there was cost
Yeah.
incurred.
Yeah, so there was also work that, Gus took it, reviewed it, he discussed it with me. You can't charge them for my fees, but Gus, it's the fee that you pay to advertise and have the hearing covers administrative costs. So Scott contemplated possibly, was it refunding half of it? Because the advertising fees were 122, 117, and then the other amounts would be for the administrative cost to cover Gus's time. So you can vote to determine if you want to make that refund. And then Scott also suggested possibly making a policy for certain events so that it doesn't always have to come up for supervisor approval, that if someone cancels a hearing, you can deduct a certain administrative fee for whatever time was spent by township personnel on it, and also advertising costs. Or if they cancel it even before the advertising costs, obviously they'd get an additional refund. So it's kind of two things of, do you want to consider a refund in this specific case? And do you want to look to put together a policy to follow in future scenarios, right, Scott?
Correct.
You guys have anything you would like to say on that?
What was the total cost?
400 for the permit application.
What about refunding half of it?
That was my suggestion.
Not half,
I like that.
my suggestion, I think, would be.
The newspaper ad costs a little less than, it was $117.56, I think I just looked at. So then with Gus's work.
So, I would suggest, I'll make a motion that we refund half of the cost that was incurred, whatever that figure, what is, do we know exactly what?
You got it.
exactly-
Well, half of 400 would be 200.
Well, was it an even 2 or 400?
Yes.
Then I'll recommend, I'll make a motion that we refund $200.
I will second that.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Excuse me, I have a
And I would
question.
like to have the solicitor and Scott make a motion that they work up a policy that we can vote on to move forward. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Question? Could the solicitor explain, I'm sorry if I missed it, why are they refunding and why are we gonna have a policy? Is this just for zoning hearings or?
It'd be, Scott requested it, I assume it probably be more for people who request a zoning hearing. Because the other zoning fees, like for a permit, that fee's not that large, but zoning hearing fees require like a $400 upfront fee. That's to cover administrative costs and stuff like that. So if you don't actually go forward with the hearing, the township doesn't have to hire a stenographer, then basically the township hasn't done everything that normally you would collect a fee to cover.
But didn't he go for a hearing?
So,
I
so
don't-
they made an initial application for a special exception that would have went to the zoning hearing board. Prior to that hearing, they withdrew that. Then they filed a zoning permit application to be allowed as a permitted use. Scott denied that, and then they appealed that decision, and then they had a zoning hearing. So they would have paid $400 for that.
And they did.
And then after that, they filed for another special exception and paid another $400 fee for that hearing. So they did have two zoning hearings. They canceled the first one before they happened.
So why is the township taxpayers now going to just refund half of that amount for the $400?
Because the $400 is designed to cover the cost going forward the entire hearing, including the court reporter. And since we didn't have to have a court reporter for the hearing that they canceled, that the fee doesn't seem justified.
Thank you.
Next is, we had a box card change from Bendersville Fire Company. We have talked to the chief of York Springs, who said that those changes were justified as far as he was concerned. So I will make a motion that we accept the Bendersville Fire Company box card changes. Is there a second?
I will second it.
Been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Excuse me, please, Elizabeth Howard. What is a box change, please? Could you explain that a little bit?
I can't explain it. Can the fire company?
So a box is like it's your fire department's area divided into smaller sections, so like our boxes are 9, 9-1, 9-2, so on and so forth. So they may have just made some changes to their
Numbering?
lines.
Oh, the lines.
Yeah, they may have just made some changes to their lines, but
To, who covers whom?
that is for Bendersville Fire Company, yeah. So I can't speak to their box cards,
Okay.
but it's just their area that they cover.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next is advertising for tar and chip bids. I will make a motion we advertise for tar and chip bids this year. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Is there a list of roads?
What?
Do you have a list of roads?
How many miles are we advertising for?
Almost 5. We're doing Rolling, Willow, and Farmview.
Next is solid waste contract is expiring, and the bid opening will be March 18th at 2 p.m., and that is handled by Latimer Township for the 3 townships that are in this year, which are Latimer, Huntington, and Tyrone.
Where will that be opened? Here?
Latimer Township,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't say.
Thank you.
you're welcome. Subdivision and land developments, none under review.
Nothing on the agenda today.
Okay. Planning Commission meeting will be March 23rd at 7. The next supervisors meeting will be April the 9th at 7. And then the NREMA meeting will be June the 10th at 6 in the Butler Township building, which will be the new building on Route 234. Public comment? Yes?
Okay.
Will you,
Oh, did
will
you, go
you
ahead.
state your name and address, please?
Margaret Spurzel, 340 Goodyear Road in Gardners. Okay, I have 3 minutes. The question I have is, if a junkyard is operating alongside of you, do they need a license? This is what we have alongside of us. And I know you're an attorney. Got pictures for all you guys. Also, he has goats that are free ranging. This is worse, it's the whole way out the road. It's clear out to
You might
you.
want to give this to this person there behind you. He's the zoning officer.
Oh, you are? You know where I mean, don't you, probably? You've been over already,
I've heard of it, yeah.
okay?
If someone's trespassing on your property, I suggest contacting the state police.
I already did. I did that. Another thing, these are his goats. They, I can get up in the morning and they're in my front lawn. Right now, he's really ticked off at me because every time I address the issue, he gets mad. So this is another problem.
I'm sorry, I can't do anything about goats, just call the state police.
They're up in the field. We don't care about the field. We have neighbors here. They can verify everything I'm saying. The next question is, all of this junk is devaluing our property because we already had a realtor there. Go try to sell your property with that alongside you.
Did you file a complaint with the zoning department?
No, I
There's a
don't.
complaint form right inside the door there.
I absolutely would do that. Okay? Jay, Gail, anything? Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are very welcome.
Do we have a junkyard ordinance?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We do?
Yes,
And wasn't the road crew supposed to be watching out for things like that? Why wasn't that reported by the road crew?
I don't think that's the jurisdiction of the road crew.
That's not
Oh, well,
your
they
fault.
assigned it a couple months ago because, okay. So my comments, I noticed there's no solicitor's report on. When was the township going to notify the residents that there's a hearing on March 25th for the auditor vacancy? It's going to be held at the court house.
It
Why
was,
didn't you report that to us this evening?
it was advertised in the paper pursuant to the judge's order, because the judge is the one that scheduled the hearing. I believe it was
Yes, it's over
posted
there.
here as well.
So why is it that you don't report that to people that attend the meeting or for the live stream? I mean, we see that things are put on the agenda, we see things that come up and we ask questions, it's not answered. So I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, I went to the courthouse to check it and found that the order, et cetera, and I have copies of it. And I'd like to know, why was it the petition filed February 4th when when Susie Heilman resigned in September? Why did it take that long? And I know that it's the 30-day thing, they have to try to find it. But why was it filed so late?
Initially, the board was going to try to hire an accountant in place of the auditors. However, basically in talking with accountants, that wasn't basically possible at this time. So once we determined that that was the case, we prepared the petition and filed it.
So it took that long? Even though January, the auditors had a reorganization meeting? Okay. Let me see. Also, I noticed last month that the right to know requests are no longer on the agenda. Who made that decision and when was that decision made? And why was that decision made?
It's just not on there.
You're elected officials. We come in here to ask questions.
No,
People
we come
have
in here to
issues.
make comments. We don't come in here to ask questions.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
And how are we supposed to get answers? I know we've been told, just put a right to know request in, and then we have, where we can't have it just scanned to us in a PDF. We have to come in here. I had to pay $1.25 tonight to get a plan and a one sheet of paper. And I had to ask her, please scan it to me. This is unacceptable. I realize it's a big click here. You all hire people you know, etc. But as residents, why aren't we respected? Where we can come in here and ask a question. Would you rather everything in writing? Will we get an answer when we put an email in?
I have no idea.
Do you see what they're like? And you have a solicitor from a large firm that condones this, that is complicit in what you people do. And it's disgraceful.
I wasn't going to say anything because last month.
Could I have your name and address, please?
No one has to give their name and address. That's not a law, it's a policy. All right?
Okay,
You want
then
to
have a
play
policy.
law, we'll play law. You don't have to give your name and number.
Okay. Well, I want to know what the criteria is for amending the agenda, because there was a meeting where a gentleman was here trying to get his plan, was supposed to be on the agenda, and for some reason, nobody knew why it wasn't on the agenda. And you said we cannot amend the agenda, because I think it was Betsy here asked, why can't we, amend the agenda? You said, no, it's not legal to do that, because you have to have 24 notice. Is it, if you're part of the clique, you get an amendment, and if you're not, you're discriminated against? Because that gentleman was supposed to get his plans approved. The planning commission approved it, it was supposed to be on the agenda. So what's the criteria, if you could answer that?
So about 2 to 3 years ago, the state passed a law saying how you amend agendas. About a year or so after that, a case was decided. I think it was a Parkland school district. A resident filed a challenge, and the Commonwealth Court said you can't amend agendas unless it's for something that's de minimis or whatever, despite the law reading and being interpreted that way by our office and other offices, that you can amend it to add additional things, not just de minimis things. I think that was sometime in 2023. Within the past 6 months, maybe, the Supreme Court said, no, Commonwealth Court, you were wrong. And so we go back to the provision where now we can amend the agenda for reasons not just de minimis. So if that guy had come in here after that Supreme Court case, we would have amended the agenda and added more there. It was just a period of time in which a Commonwealth Court case was decided, and then we had to follow that.
It also happened another time when they did a special meeting. Dave Board did a special meeting with the group to approve this other man's plans. This was months before. I have to find out the meeting, but it's recorded. So it seems like some people get special treatment around here and others get discriminated against. Just my opinion.
They had a special meeting because they weren't on the agenda and they wanted to be able to approve it, so they had a special meeting to approve it because the person wasn't on the agenda. They were trying to accommodate that individual in getting the plan approved.
Why wasn't that option given to the surveyor?
I think you
last
just
time?
proved your point.
I think he was given the option and he was willing to wait till the next meeting.
No.
No, he
He's
wasn't.
never come back.
Yeah, he had to come back, he was upset.
Yeah, he was upset.
Seeing no more comments, I make a motion we adjourn.
Oh, wait a minute,
No.
I got a question. Did we get a third auditor? Do we have auditors, or are we using a firm, or where are we standing here with that?
The judge set a date for March 13th to people to submit a letter of interest. The court order, I think, is posted. If you want to submit, there's criteria that he gives. You send it directly to him, or you could send it to the township office, then we'll forward it to the judge. And then on March 25th, there's going to be a hearing where the judge will take a hearing, and then I believe he indicated that technically all 4 judges have to vote on who they select.
What if there's no applications?
Has anybody applied?
I don't know if anybody applied directly to the judge.
Yes.
So that's up to the judge if there's no applications. This is a thing that he does.
Okay, I didn't hear nothing, and,
Yeah.
we were looking for someone, and that's all I heard, so I didn't know if we have someone or not.
The court hearing is at 11 a.m. on March 25th at Adams County Courthouse.
Something that's really fine.
Okay, that's all. Just wanted to.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved and second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries.